to Chronicles of Javaventure. This is our first adventure into the world of Java. Now I won't call this a lesson because learning Java isn't just about studying, it's about experiencing an adventure. And what better way to start than with our channel, Chronicles of Javaventure. As you can see, we have named our channel Javaventure, Chronicles of Javaventure, which is a combination of two words, Java plus adventure. So welcome to our first adventure. Brace yourselves for a thrilling ride full of twists, turns and discoveries. As with any new journey or any new adventure, we often ask ourselves four questions when we start something new. I ask myself, we all often ask ourselves these four questions. It's just random questions. What? Where? Why? And how? These are the four random questions we ask ourselves whenever we start an adventure or a new journey. So let's break it down. So first and foremost thing, we are learning Java. So what is Java? So the first and foremost question we ask ourselves, what is Java? What is Java? Yes, we all know what is Java. Java is a programming language. A simple answer. High level programming language, you can say. Programming language. High level programming language. It's a basic simple answer. Java is a high level programming language. High level programming language. So what is a programming language and what is a high level programming language? So if you break it down, we have a simple answer. Java is a high level programming language. Now we will have two more questions. What is programming language? First of all, first question. And what is a high level programming language? What is a programming language and what is a high level programming language? Let's break it down. So what is a programming language? A programming language is a set of instructions, rules and syntax that allows humans to communicate with computers to perform specific tasks. They serve as a bridge between human logic and machine execution, which enables us creating software, subsets and applications and whatever which the programmers desire to do. So like any programming language, Java itself has its own syntax, semantics and it's also machine readable. So simply saying, a programming language is a set of instructions, rules and syntax that allows humans to communicate with computers to perform specific tasks. Syntax, set of rules and structures that defines how codes are written. Semantics, syntax ensures how the structure of a program, but semantics ensures the program behaves as intended or not. And obviously the source code which we written is which will be in plain English translated into the machine code, which is binary so that the computers can understand and execute. In simple, a programming language, if you come across a question, we have to answer like this. A programming language, this is the answer. Now we get to know about what is a programming language. Now we have to know about what is high-level programming language. A high-level programming language is easy for humans to read and write. That means we use a plain, proper English language. In Java, we use English language to write our code, a proper English language with some symbols, set of symbols, which is called as a source code, which later converts into a binary code using the Java bridging platforms, which we will discuss later. So a high-level programming language is easy for humans to read and write, which uses plain English language or plain native language, is known as a high-level programming language. So high-level programming language is easy for humans to read and write. It uses simple words and symbols that are closer to natural language like English. So on the other hand, when it comes to low-level programming languages are closer to machine codes, which are binaries like zeros and ones. So this is the variation between a high-level programming language and a low-level programming language. Now we get to know about in what is Java, what is programming language and what is a high-level programming language. Another important thing which we have to know in what is Java is platform independence. Means the name itself says platform independent. Java programming language. What made Java a significant programming language compared to other programming languages is this term platform independency. Means it is independent of any platform. Means you can write Java code on one system and run it on any other system without making any changes. This is possible because of something called the Java Virtual Machine or JVM. This JVM converts machine code into a form that any computer can understand regardless of its operating system, be it Windows, Microsoft, Windows, Mac OS or Linux, whatever it may be. So the another important thing which you have to know in what is Java is platform independent. Java is a platform independent programming language. Means you can write Java code on one system and it can run it on another system without making any changes. It's possible with something called JVM or which is called Java Virtual Machine. This converts Java code into a form that any computer can understand regardless of its operating system, be it Windows, Mac OS or Linux. Now we learn what is Java. So don't worry, it's just a first adventure. We will learn more about what is Java in detail in next steps. So we have learned about what is Java. Our first question. Next question is, where is Java? Java is everywhere literally. It powers 95% of the applications and websites that we use daily. So platforms like LinkedIn, Amazon, eBay, or movie applications like all these ticket platforms, uh, Book My Show, all these applications uses Java for their backend systems. And if you're an Android user, every app which we use on our daily basis is built using Java. So enterprise applications everywhere, bank, healthcare systems, and government organizations hugely rely on Java for their large-scale secure systems. And at the same time, even NASA itself uses Java. NASA uses Java for its some of its critical machines these days. So where is Java? Java is everywhere. It powers more 95% of the application websites that use daily, and web applications like LinkedIn, Amazon, eBay use Java for the backend systems. Android and enterprise applications and space exploration. Even NASA uses Java for its mission critical software. So that's how versatile Java is. Now we have our first two questions answered, what and where. And next comes the third question, why we have to learn Java. We have learned where is Java. Java is everywhere, and web applications, mobile applications, enterprise applications, and space exploration. So this significantly answers our questions, why do we have to learn Java? Java is the most widely used programming language from small tech startups to giants like Google, Amazon, Netflix, which we have discussed, and growing demand. And as technology evolves, the demand for Java developers is increasing day by day. And then it's beginner friendly. Java syntax is easy to learn and understand, making it great starting opportunity for beginners. And it's very good foundation to learn other programming languages like Spring, Hibernate, and Android development, even Kafka, which we can learn easily. Of course, lucrative career. Java developers are amongst the highest paid programmers in the industry. So that simply answers our questions. Why do we have to learn Java? Yep. So why we have to learn Java? So this is the answer for that question. Now we have our first three questions answered, what, where, why. Then comes the big question, how to learn Java. Everyone had their own way of learning Java. If a certain individual has started learning Java, that certain individual will start in a systematic approach, in his own approach or her approach, like starting with directly writing program, club a class method, or directly learning about OOPS, or starting with data types, variables. Everyone will have their own way of learning Java, but in our adventure we have our own way of learning Java. So how we learn Java? So there is a systematic approach to learn Java. Java program is a combination of data plus code. Data, type of data which we are inserting, be it integer, string, char, and the code which we are writing, be it method, loops, what type of loops which we are using, and then the conditions which we are using. So keeping that in mind, our first learning approach, our learning approach starts with statements in Java. Starting with statements in Java. What are statements in Java? Statements are individual instructions that tell the computer to perform a specific action. They form the building blocks of Java program. So Java statements, it's very advisable thing or easy thing to learn. If you are learning Java, it's an advisable thing to start learning Java with Java statements, because Java statements, all these statements combined together form a programming language, starting with declaration statements, initialization statements, assigning statements, looping statements, conditional statements, and concluding with the printing statements. All these statements, learning all these statements will conclude all the topics which we want to learn with respect to Java, theoretically and at the same time programmatically. So our learning approach starts with learning from statements. So in this lesson, in this adventure, we have asked ourselves 4 questions and we have answered. So in the next adventure, our first adventure, which is about statements, which we will start learning more about, deep dive into statements, starting with declaration statements and then continuing with all the rest of the statements. So that concludes our first adventure, guys. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you in the next adventure where we will start with our statements. Stay tuned. Thank you.